No one quite like him. Now the most controversial man on radio is finally getting his own TV show on WWOR-TV this summer, and I hope he does just incredibly well because I adore him. Will you please welcome the outrageous, the unpredictable, the very funny, I'll be the judge of that, Howard Stern.
I feel a little bit of pressure. Angie Bowie opened up so much that I'm very afraid of the questioning that might go on. I mean, some of that stuff about Bowie, I guess it is sort of a theme show today, Joan. I used to be with David Bowie too, and I would like to speak about it and come across candidly and tell you about it. He was filthy. He was dirty.
Let me ask you.
He really, he never cleaned up.
She called us to come on.
Yeah.
She said, have I got stories to tell you?
Right.
I mean...
I don't know what happened.
She called us.
I got better Bowie stories.
What do you do when a guest is sitting there? I don't want to be rude. You want to say, why did you call me?
Right.
Who the hell are you?
Well...
And what are you sitting on my couch for?
I don't know. I was a little shocked, you know. You shocked me, so... That was the idea that she was going to come out and tell you something about Bowie?
Yeah, she called us.
I mean, I read better stuff in the Inquirer about Bowie than
I read better stuff in
Now, I thought Bowie was supposed to be bisexual, according to what I read in the book. Now, did she say anything about that?
She didn't want to discuss it here.
Get her out of here. I'll get it out of her. Hey, Angie, come back here. You get her out of the couch, we drill her, and we really talk to her about David Bowie. Why? Because you weren't direct with her, Joan. You were afraid this isn't like you. You were beating around the bush.
Well, I would like her to
Someone get Angie out here. For God's sake.
Get it, Angie!
Believe me. I was waiting to hear something. Get a hold of this woman, find out what she's doing on this show.
Yeah, I mean, don't waste our time.
Well, we got a call from Angie, too. I mean, she called us up and said, she was at some place in Atlanta, and she said, I got to talk. I got to talk. I'm going on Joan Rivers. Yes. After Joan Rivers, I'm going on your show, Howard. I said, you got to talk? What do you got to talk about? I can't talk about it now, but when I get there, I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, well...
So there's obviously something on this woman's mind, but she's deeply disturbed today. She don't want... Where is she?
Angie, get out
Angie, come on.
Come on, Angie. All right, now sit down. Sit down.
How you doing, Angie?
Okay.
Here, Angie, what's going on here? Tuck this in over here.
Howard.
All right, there. Right, now listen, Angie. Let me ask you something. Now, Bowie was bisexual, right?
Yes.
All right, so he was bisexual. So what happened? When you were in bed with Bowie, he would bring guys home or what?
You're awfully loud.
Would he would bring them home?
He did. On one occasion, he did.
Aha, okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
All right, ask her.
Now, hold it, Joan.
Ask her why she didn't tell me that.
Why wouldn't you? Because, I don't know, she feels the need to tell me that. Now,
no, he's just so forceful.
The point is, though, you would wear this dress, and then he'd say, I got to be with a guy. Was that it?
Clearly.
It's so revealing.
Ask
her
about her wedding night. This was like a big story about the wedding night.
Now, listen, you're obviously upset with David Bowie. He dumped you, right? Is that the case?
Yeah.
All right, so you're bitter and you're angry, am I correct?
No.
Well,
I'm busy.
You're busy. Okay, everyone knows you're busy with the movie and everything. But something must have happened along the way, somewhere.
Yes.
Right? What did he do to you? What happened on the wedding night?
You're not getting much better.
Wait, I'm going to get there,
Excuse me, I don't see you getting anything out of her either.
Well, I got that he was bisexual.
Oh, big deal.
So you caught him in bed with a guy?
I caught him in bed with men several times. One of the best times I caught him in bed was with Mick Jagger.
You did catch
I came back from a trip.
Yeah, that's it, honey. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
They are gonna drag it out.
You're gonna get it.
I gave you the ticket to get up here, bitch, and you tell him that?
I'm sorry, but what a great show.
Now, wait a second. So you caught him in bed with Mick Jagger. They were just sitting around in bed together, right?
No, they weren't sitting around at all.
They had their clothes off, is what you're saying?
They certainly did. I walked upstairs and I was, lugging suitcases straight from the airport. And Daniela said, I think there's someone in your room.
Yeah, and you walk in and
I walked in. There were two people in my room.
So what'd you do?
I think they were composing Angie.
And you joined in, or what?
I went and made breakfast.
You went and made breakfast.
Didn't you care that your husband was there with Mick Jagger in bed?
Well, even though I cared, there wasn't really that much that, you know, I was going to do about it.
Oh, no, that doesn't bother you when your husband's in bed with another guy. No, I didn't care. I made some breakfast. I made some breakfast. It was excellent.
I went and made breakfast. It was good. The orange
down a good meal.
was freshly squeezed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's perfect.
That makes sense. That's a perfect reaction. Whenever I catch my wife in bed with a few chicks, I always go down and have some eggs and stuff. Angie, you got to keep a grip on it, honey.
You know.
Ask her what else. I paid first class up from Atlanta.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Not enough.
All right, so who else was in bed with David?
Give me some leading questions.
Come on,
here.
another famous guy you found in bed with David.
That's tricky.
Well, you know what? Let's go to commercial.
All right.
We got one good story.
We got a good story. Thanks,
Thank
Angie.
you so much. We'll be right back. Okay. Thank you, Angie. Talking with Howard Stern. Before we go any further, we have to mention Phoenix Millwork, who did our millwork.
Yeah, there were some guys who did some work for us, so we had to mention them. We had to give them plugs. Whenever you have guys working on your house, you got to give them plugs, or else they hold you up.
Yeah, but they're very good, and they said, oh, Howard loves me.
And they live with you. They live in your house. We have some work being done on your house, as Joan is having done. These guys live with you. Yeah. And the problem with that is they sit there and they go, oh, look, she's drinking orange juice now.
Yeah.
Look, orange juice.
Look, she looks like in the morning.
It's a big story, you know, it's a big story. But this is fun. This is fun to be on the Joan Rivers Show.
Thank you very much.
I like this. This is good. I met that guy. There's one guy who just walks around with your dog backstage.
Yeah.
He's just like, I mean, that's got to be a great job, just walking. Does he do anything else? He just walks around with the dog. And then we saw him out front. He's walking the dog.
Yeah, and then he takes care of Angela Bowie.
And what he's got to do? Yeah, right. Walks Angela Bowie like.
He walks it.
But does he walk around with a plastic bag and...
No, I do that.
Oh, you do all
Whenever
that.
the dog does it, you have to clean up after your dog.
And you walk around with a plastic bag out on the street? Like people see Joan Rivers walking around New York with
But sometimes, if I forget it, I just pretend I did it, because there's no law.
This is a good way to go. I like that. But this is fun. I had you on my show recently.
Yes, I had the best time.
And Joan is dating some... I don't think you're dating good men.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the one guy that I read about was... Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
You know, who's been traveling with a psychiatrist for the last 55 years of his life and playing in sandboxes.
Yes, well.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. You're a bright, attractive woman. I don't see that.
And you're a wonderful-looking man.
Really?
But they say...
Well, that's a shock to me. I'll be honest with you.
Do women come on to you now?
I have some women coming on to me, but the point is...
Famous women?
Yes, but I'll tell you the truth.
No, go back.
Right.
How does it feel when you're interviewing a famous woman and you know she's coming on to you?
Well, first of all,
God.
I don't get great famous women coming on to me. I'm in radio, which is the lowest rung of show business, as you know. There's a ladder of show business. There's circus clowns, and then there's radio guys. And I think I'm right above ham radio operators. So I'm just above the guy who sits in his kitchen trying to tune in Poland, you know? So I don't know. I get some women coming on to me. For example, I thought today I had a guest on, Susan Richardson from 8 is Enough. I thought she was slightly attracted to me. But she, you know, she's not a big star. I don't think a big star would go for me, not for a radio guy.
But now you can have your own television show.
Have my own television show. You know, I don't know what's going to be with that. Well, we're going to take off and see what caliber of women come on to me.
Are you...
Hoping like a step up, you know?
Are you going to be... Are you
going to find me attractive?
I think you're adorable.
You would go out with me?
Well, not the age difference. If you were single, maybe we could go over to Phoenix Woodwork together.
You're right. I don't know. I see you with a younger man.
Were women attracted to you in high school? Were you popular?
No, of course not. I didn't get women attracted to me until I got a radio show.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. I'm married now, but I found one woman who was attractive, who was actually into me for me, and I married her. So I have not taken advantage of my radio status. There's a certain caliber of woman who will come on to you when you're in radio. You know who I could get? Some of the local anchor people. All right? I would say 90% of the New York local anchor people. You know?
What about the women?
Them too. I could get those also. But I don't like to clean up with them, you know, afterwards after I walk them along the street, you know, like you with the dog. No, I really do think this. This is some of the things that could be happening for me, but so what?
But you're going to have a television show. What I'm getting to is, somebody said you want to fix your nose. There's been a lot of discussion. So we brought, I think you're great looking the way you are, Howard.
Well, then, all right, you're very nice. You have cataracts, but that's all right. I I've got a big nose, you know.
I got a plastic surgeon. He flew up from Atlanta with Angela.
Yeah.
And, we want to show you what you could look like if they fixed your nose, okay?
Oh, yeah, I would like to see that. You see, but I know I would look good if I fixed my nose.
Yeah, better even than now.
But I'm afraid my voice would give me problems. Now, did you have a nose job?
Excuse me?
Did you have a nose job?
Excuse me?
I'm afraid my voice would give me problems because you couldn't breathe through your nose.
No.
Did you ever have a nose job?
None of your business.
Well,
there's nothing left on me that was in its original place, okay? Let's just start with that.
Okay, all right.
Now, this is Dr. Elliot Jacobs. He's a board-certified plastic surgeon and a reconstructive surgeon, okay? And he's going to show you on the computer what you would look like.
Oh, God. Oh, man, look at that shot, huh?
That's you.
How about that mug?
Hey, Doc, you think I need a nose job, first of all?
Not if you want it.
Not
Only
what?
if you want it.
What kind of salesman is he?
Come on over.
This is what they all tell you. Not if you don't need it, not if you need it.
Let's go over here, Doctor. Show us. That's Howard now before.
That's right. This was a photo that was taken just a few minutes ago.
Okay, not bad, Howard.
Yeah,
Not bad.
It's pretty bad.
Could be better.
right.
Could
Now,
be better.
bad.
What would you do for him?
Well, I sketched a new nose for him, and I felt that his area under the chin
Under
could
the
use a little fat removal. Just give you a little
Really?
bit. Yeah, really.
Hey, man, what are you up to?
Well,
You're studying me a little too
So
closely.
what would you do now?
well, I'd make him look like this.
Well, let's see. So far, see. Oh,
Oh, Pinocchio, I look
That's
like.
right.
that's not much better.
You're gonna make. What about the tip there? Can't you fix the tip?
Yeah, the tip looks terrible.
You want to fix the tip?
Sure.
Yeah, fix the tip a little.
How do you like it?
Well, I would like it a little more like Jones, maybe.
Smaller.
Smaller.
Right.
Smaller. Make it smaller.
You want it smaller?
Smaller.
Okay.
Want smaller. Give him smaller.
Let's make a smaller tip
cuter.
for him.
You know, maybe I couldn't get local anchor women
Wait.
from the nose.
Not with this nose.
No, I couldn't.
Let's see. Okay, let's see it.
Okay.
What if the doctor had a nose job?
Did you do anything to yourself, doctor?
No, I didn't.
It's just once you get started with
better,
this stuff. Oh,
better,
yeah, that looks
better.
good. Now make it a little
Like that.
smaller there, Doc, on the
Little smaller.
tip.
Come on.
Little
Make him a
smaller?
wasp. Make
Yeah.
Howard a wasp.
You want an
Smaller.
you want an
Make
up?
it so the Germans would never recognize me. There you go. Keep going.
about that?
Now, what about the tip there? It's still a little pointy.
Yeah.
Well, we can round that off a little bit.
Doc, take a good look at me, all right?
There we go. All
There
right.
you go. Now you have
Getting
it.
better. Getting better.
There you go. All right. Well,
We are
look.
going to go to commercial, and then we're going to say, not goodbye to Howard. We're going to go in the audience and get some questions from Howard.
All right, good.
Would you
I
like
would
that?
like that, yeah.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, doctor. You did a so-so job on him.
Right.
Thank you.
But anything is better.
Anything.
Don't get hurt.
All right.
All right. We'll be
Good to
right
see you,
back.
Doc.
We're going
Good
to
to see
commercial.
you.
Don't go anywhere. We are talking with Howard Stern. Let me ask you, when you go on television, are you going to have to compromise? Have they spoken to you? You have to tone yourself down a little bit. You can't do racial jokes. You can't do... Because you do everything, which is why I love you.
Well, I'll tell you something. MCA, the people who own WOR, said that they want a show that's outrageous. They want a wild television show. So they said, go in and just be yourself. Don't worry about it. There's obviously differences between radio and television. There's certain guidelines and rules. But, you know, I don't even know what they are yet. I'm going to figure out what
You'll
they are
figure
very
it out.
soon.
Oh, yeah, stand up. You have a
As soon as I
question
do.
for Howard?
Yes, I was wondering if you think John Travolta and David Bowie maybe ever gotten together.
You know, I haven't thought about it much, to tell you the truth. That's interesting, though. I wish I knew that story.
You've been talking... Now, you did a lot of talk this week about John Travolta on your radio show.
Yeah, well, that was pretty much of a shock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, now we're learning... I saw on the cover of the Inquirer, Richard Chamberlain's gay now. John Travolta, according to the Inquirer, is gay. I mean, who is next, Joan?
Yeah. I have something to tell you, but I'll save it for your radio show. All right.
All kinds of stories.
How long do you plan on being #1 in Philly and New York? And are you going to do any more skits similar to Let's Throw Mama from the Bus?
Let me ask you something. What are you doing? What are you doing here today? Don't you have a job?
It's all right. I know.
How's a guy get off in the afternoon? Now, Joan, this woman is my obsessed fan. Now, did you read about Mrs. David Letterman, Joan? This is Mrs. Howard Stern, I think. This one.
She's wearing a T-shirt that says Celeste loves Howard.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something about her. She shows up at my show every day, right? How she got in to see your show, I don't know. Then she found out where I lived. And she shows up and sends her kids in to start trick-or-treating at my house. And starts telling people, she's looking for a story, nobody cares about me. She's telling people that I'm cheap because I only gave out 3 Musketeer bars for Halloween. Joan, you tell me, what kind of nudnik comes to a guy's house and starts evaluating the candy on Halloween? This woman's got no life.
Get a life.
Yeah.
What is your question? I got to know her
She's
question.
got a question. All right, give us a question.
My question is, what mental home will they be putting her in there?
Howard,
What is the question?
I want you to think about not giving up, fixing your nose. No, radio, never. God, don't please don't
All
do
right,
that.
let's get to the question.
And start doing that thing that you don't like to do with your wife.
All right, sit down. You make me nervous. I'm getting the shakes from you. Yeah.
What is she telling you, Howard? Do you understand this question? Because we kind of missed it.
She's talking cryptically, Joan.
What?
I was talking about my wife. I've been married 11 years.
Yes.
There were certain things that my wife and I used to do sexually, but we don't do them anymore. I'm not interested in doing them to her
Such
anymore.
as?
Well, I mean, this is television, obviously. There must be some guidelines on this program. But there are
Get them
things
from
that,
Angela Bowie.
when you first meet, exactly.
Another question for you.
Is your feud between John DeBello from Philadelphia real, or is it just put on?
Well, this guy is a zoo. You know, Joan, in radio, I don't know how much radio you listen to. There's a thing called a morning zoo.
Right.
I'm a 36-year-old man already. I think a morning zoo doesn't sound like my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for this kind of thing. So, yeah, I hate my competition. I hate him in particular. I don't like him. And I'm glad I'm #1 in Philadelphia now. It means that good radio has come to Philadelphia, and people have accepted it.
Well,
I'm very happy.
I can't wait for you to be on television, because that will make television even more fun than it is now.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you so
All right.
much, and we'll be right back. Howard Stern.
Coming up next, birth mothers and babies betrayed by adoptions they trusted.